Morality's crossroads, ensnarled by rapport, unyielding verdict, steadfast conviction, resounding will, pursuit of justice. Yinlin is a skilled patroller and powerful natural resonator. After being suspended from her duties at the Public Service Bureau, she must now pursue hidden evils in secrecy. Scarlet in the shadows. The patrollers, dressed in a unified uniform, are well known among the residents of Jinzhou. Their duty involves upholding law and order while ensuring the safety of individuals and their possessions. However, there are also select patrollers who are not able to don uniforms. They are not permitted to easily disclose their identities. These individuals, known as secret agents, work covertly to infiltrate criminal organizations, gather proof of criminal activities, or prevent unlawful behaviors, all while maintaining their anonymity. Instead of dealing with minor theft, they frequently confront dangerous and malevolent criminals, and if their identities are exposed, it often leads to failed missions or even loss of life. "Who in their right mind would want to be a secret agent?" the exile leader exclaimed, punctuating his words with a sharp stab of a dagger into the broken table. Everyone around burst into raucous laughter in the dim warehouse. "Any moles and patrollers here? Speak up now and I'll save myself a seat at a celebration party." The group laughed again, though they couldn't help stealing a couple of glances at each other. "According to our intel, a convoy will depart from Jinzhou tonight with valuable cargo. Thanks to the rumors we spread, the shipper didn't work with Lolo Logistics." "Great job, Ming!" The leader patted his sleazy-looking companion on the shoulder, who smirked in response. "Still, he hired a group of resonators as bodyguards." "Don't worry about it. Hey, newcomer! Your turn is coming up soon!" The leader turned his attention to a corner where a woman with striking scarlet hair and a subtle grin on her face sat. "Boss, I've been meaning to ask, can this chick really hold her own in a fight? I'd hate for our crew to get taken down by someone who looks like they couldn't even beat me." Ming's lips curled into a sly grin as he reached for the woman's arm. But just as his fingers were about to touch her smooth skin, he suddenly froze. "What's happening? You wretched woman! What have you done to me?" The exile boss scowled and waved his hand in frustration, noticing the glowing threads of lightning enveloping Ming. "Leave him be for my sake. All he has left is his sharp tongue. Save your games for later." The woman calmly brushed her hair and the threads of lightning disappeared from Ming's body. "Alright, let's get the show on the road. Come on, boys, it's time to make it big." Sometime later, Ming lay on the ground, powerless and stunned as the convoy they were supposed to attack passed by in the distance. Memories of the events from earlier that day flooded his mind. "It's the same paralyzing feeling! That woman, she's the mole!" As he struggled to get up and warn his team, he saw a horrifying puppet looming over him, causing him to let out a blood-curdling scream. Before he could even process what was happening, a sudden flash of lightning drowned out his cries. The Puppet Show. In the bustling city of Jinzhou, a tall man in a hooded cloak walked through the crowded streets with a young boy in tow. They appeared to be a father and son enjoying a holiday outing, but observant onlookers could sense the fear hidden behind the boy's facade. "Yes, his beloved grandson is now in our hands. Once we send him out of Jinzhou, no one will find him." The man stared at the little boy beside him as he talked through the contact, signaling him not to mess around. "With this boy and his grandpa around, even the patrols in Jinzhou gotta watch out for us a bit. Let's get in touch after I leave the city." As they approached the city gate with lax security, it was clear that the child's grandpa had not reported the kidnapping, likely because he was also an outlaw himself. The cloaked man hurried through many alleyways, but had to stop abruptly when he bumped into something. A woman, dressed in vibrant attire with long scarlet hair, was performing a puppet show. Her captivating act drew a crowd of children and their parents. The flying puppets seemed so lifelike that all the children couldn't take their eyes off them, including the young boy in his grasp. The puppet show drew in a large crowd of children, making it difficult for him to maneuver through. But he didn't have to rush, as the performance was coming to an end. As expected, the woman with crimson hair took an elegant bow amidst thundering applause and her puppet waving goodbye. Taking advantage of the break, he motioned for the boy to follow as they slipped through the bustling crowd. "Alright everyone, who wants to join me for the next show? Raise your hand." Suddenly, the red-headed puppeteer asked with a dazzling smile, scanning the children in the audience. Almost all hands shot up in excitement. "Yes, you in the back with your father. Come on down." All eyes turned to the little boy with his hooded father, both surprised to be chosen.
Me? Is she pointing at me?
The little boy looked up at the man with a mixture of excitement and fear. After some hesitation, the man made their way to the front. I'm sorry, but we're in a hurry.
It's alright. It will be done soon. Will you join us too, mister?
Me? I'll pass. The man instinctively refused, but he failed to notice how the little boy had already wriggled free from his grasp. He went to grab the boy, but only grabbed the weird puppet instead. In that instant, a strong electric current knocked him unconscious. Boss! Bad news! A rough-looking man burst into the old mansion, shouting loudly. Idiot! Can't you see I'm already annoyed? Startled, the elder man in the center of the hall scolded him for his rudeness. Stressed and worried about his kidnapped grandson, he lost his usual calm demeanor and angrily threw his teacup at the intruder in frustration. Is that woman? That redhead woman returned! She had come back with our young master! What? Before the old man could fully comprehend, the woman in question walked inside, accompanied by a young boy, his kidnapped grandson. She was none other than the puppeteer who had just performed in the alleyway.
Grandpa!
At the sight of the old man, the boy burst into tears and ran towards him, seeking refuge in his embrace. The old man was both surprised and delighted. Oh, my sweet child! Are you hurt? How did you make it? The boy shook his head to indicate that he was not hurt, and then pointed to the red-haired woman not far away.
This lady brought me back from the bad guys.
Why are you here? A spy for the patrollers, yet you want to help me. The red-haired woman only gestured to her puppet, which revealed a hooded man, captured. I'm only after them. They happen to be your enemy. I'm just using you, she said nonchalantly. But your grandson is innocent. She scanned the crowd of gangsters filling the hall, a sly smile playing on her lips. Or do you really believe you can thwart me, the infamous mole, with your little crew? The old man closed his eyes and sighed, signaling for his men to lower their weapons. Get out of here, and don't show your face again! With graceful poise, the woman exited. The old man sighed once more and let out a bitter laugh.
Grandpa, what are you laughing about?
She's always in and out as if she know I won't stop her. Talking about we aren't the target yet. Sounds like I'm never off the hook. As he gazed at his grandson's cherubic face, the old man silently lost himself in thoughts. Names born from ashes. I regret to inform you that Sparrow and Canary have been confirmed deceased. Their identities were compromised and the criminal organization took swift action. That can't be true! How could they? The young man's anger caused him to knock over a bottle, startling the baby in the cradle. He quickly scooped her up. Speaking of which, they left behind a child who is also a resonator. This could complicate matters. It seems she will be in your care from now on. But since you're currently suspended from work, you'll have plenty of time for her. I will take care of her. It's none of your business to worry about. Your mentor was investigating something before. Do you know about it? I don't have any information about that. The young man knew the real question was about the mole in the Public Security Bureau, who might just be behind this dubious meeting tonight. He couldn't afford to say a single word. Our investigators will come to this house tomorrow for further investigation. Please cooperate. He couldn't stop them, especially with a baby in tow. Tomorrow then. I'll pack tonight and find a new place to move to. Is that okay? Of course. Feel free to use this opportunity for a fresh start. The young man pretended to pack while secretly noticing the suspicious glint in the patroller's eyes. Amidst the roaring flames, a young man held tightly to the baby in his arms. The child remained calm, gazing blankly as people rushed past them. As a stranger approached, the young man lowered his hood and hid the baby deeper into his coat. Failing to notice him, the stranger passed by and disappeared into the shadows to make a report. It's done, the stranger said. The young man smirked, knowing this was all part of their plan. He had created puppets of himself and the baby using his Forte, fooling their enemies into thinking they were sound asleep. With this deception, they could escape through a hidden passage and disappear from their pursuer's reach. It was the only way to ensure their safety and protect the secrets hidden in his mentor's former home. From that day forward, he and the baby girl in his arms would no longer be known by their former names. They would adopt new identities, new faces, new names. Silently, he took out an ugly mask from his pocket and put it on his face. Then, shielding the child's eyes with his hand, they slipped away from the raging flames and vanished into the night without looking back. From this moment on, I will go by Dollmaker, and you shall answer to Yinlin, a name your parents had long chosen for you. Farewell to the past.
Master Dollmaker, I want to join the Public Security Bureau,
Yinlin declared. Her words were met with little surprise from Dollmaker, but the elderly woman beside him wore a worried expression.
Miss Yinlin, you are like my own granddaughter. I don't want to see you put yourself in danger. The Public Security Bureau is not a place for us. Don't worry. No one knows who I really am. To them, I'm just an ordinary citizen. Master Dollmaker will create a fake identity for me. Maybe, but I don't want to lose my family again. Please, stay here at the Seance Society. Don't go anywhere else.
The Dollmaker shut his notebook and gestured for Lady Guan to halt.
Go for it, Yinlin. My research has reached a critical point, and conflicts with the Jinzhou Public Security Bureau are inevitable. To have insiders among their high-ranking officials should prove beneficial to us all. No, I want to become a secret agent, just like my parents. I want to carry on their ideals in this way.
She couldn't see behind the Dollmaker's mask, which she never removed in her presence since as far back as she could remember, but she caught a glimpse of complex emotions shimmering in his eyes, something rare and elusive. After a long pause, he finally nodded.
Before I bring your parents back with the puppets, you have the freedom to do whatever you please. Once my plan succeeds, we will seek revenge on the Public Security Bureau and eliminate all those who betrayed them in one swift strike.
Yinlin tried to say something, but Dollmaker had already turned his attention back to the puppet he was working on. In the end, she silently nodded before turning and leaving, knowing that they were now going their separate ways. A corner in darkness. Grimacing through the pain in her side, Yinlin struggled to stand up using a nearby table for support. A figure emerged from the shadows, yanking out the sharp blades of a puppet embedded in his body and carelessly tossing them aside. I don't know why you risked everything to infiltrate our organization just for some records on 2 dead patrollers, but it appears that I have emerged victorious, he taunted. With great effort, Yinlin summoned a crackling whip of lightning to her fingertips and hurled it at the man, but her aim faltered due to the excruciating pain and it landed several meters away on the ground. My Forte can induce arrhythmia. As long as you're a human, there's no way you can avoid it. As the tassel mark on the man's arm emitted another bright light, Yinlin lost her hold and collapsed to the ground, her body losing all strength. We don't have resonators on your level on our team yet, the man continued, but we do have spies among the patrollers. How did you even... As he continued to speak, realization dawned on him and a smirk spread across his face. Aha! You're a secret agent, aren't you? How foolish to risk your life for something this trivial. Even if you were to uncover our secrets, what difference would it make? As Yinlin's breathing grew fainter, the man knew her heart had stopped beating. Time to finish you off. What a pity. You should have known not to mess with the Fraxidus. But just as his dagger was about to strike, a sudden surge of powerful lightning ran through it, paralyzing him in place. How did you... Before he could pass out, he caught a glimpse of flickering lightning within Yinlin's chest. She had given herself an electric shock to bring her heart back from the brink of death. Yinlin manipulated her puppet, Zapstring, with flicks of her hands to advance on the man as she was too drained to move herself. From his pockets, she retrieved a set of documents. The Fraxidus. It's time to uproot this hidden darkness. Zapstring the puppet. Once a simple puppet, now a fierce weapon thanks to Yinlin's resonance abilities. She may deny it, but her love for the doll is evident in every detail, despite its wear and tear from years of battle. It was once just a practice piece for a doll maker, but now it serves as Yinlin's trusted ally on the battlefield. Book on Qipao. Yinlin's Qipao may seem to be merely a fashion choice, but it actually serves as a secret codebook for communicating with her liaison. This book on Qipao designs is constantly changing and filled with encrypted images and symbols, making it challenging even for experienced liaisons to use. In addition to its hidden equipment and weapons, the Qipao also helps Yinlin move around undetected, but its distinctive appearance can sometimes draw unwanted attention. Magnifying glass. This investigative magnifying glass is given to new patrollers by the Public Security Bureau. It's small but powerful, helping them find hidden clues. Yinlin, as a secret agent, doesn't use it often, but it still holds significance for her. It is a tribute to her late parents and a reminder of her true identity. Forte examination report. Residence ability, enforcer puppet. Residence evaluation report, evaluation basis, residence assessment 2917-G. Resident Yinlin's task mark is located on the exterior side of her left thigh. No significant physical changes have been observed in Yinlin's body after her awakening. A mild electrical current has been detected on the surface of her skin, but it has not resulted in any detectable adverse effects on her body. Yinlin possesses the power to converge electric currents into thin threads. Her manipulation of these threads is extraordinarily proficient. Her resonance spectrum pattern is found to be similar to the spectrum pattern of known conductive materials. Tests have found strong syntony. Analysis test samples have revealed a known convergent Rebel's curve with a noticeable periodic waveform, which classifies Yinlin as a congenital resonator. Side notes: Yinlin has a pre-existing arrhythmia that may or may not be related to her Forte. Blocking of her Forte could potentially increase the risk of atrial fibrillation. Overclock diagnostic report. Resident Yinlin's waveform graph shows zigzag fluctuations. The pattern time domain is irregular. Both the upper and lower peak values are high and manifest proximity to the criticality level. The waveform displays segments of partial fuzziness, and an abnormal waveform can be seen. Resident criticality relatively low with low stability. Risk of overclocking remains. Resident Yinlin has no recorded history of overclocking. Her body shows physical strength, but also signs of prolonged overclock-induced item exposure. Needs further monitoring. Judging from observations so far, the risk of overclocking is minimal. Resident Yinlin is advised to avoid strenuous activity and erratic schedules.